All right, guys, we're in 2022, start of the Bassmaster Elite Series season on the St. Johns River. We had a really good run last year, and I'm telling you, I wasn't sure if we were going to do this show for this coming season, but I got so many messages. I had so many comments of guys saying, y'all have to keep this series going, and we want the original cast, the same four guys running the show. And I couldn't help but bring you guys on and have this show continue for another year in 2022. So first off, thank y'all all so much for coming in and joining us. But the other thing is people really like this on authentic show and bringing it in at a different, having a different kind of show. We got guys like Todd that don't do any research and beats everybody's breaks off, just especially when he gets confused on St. Lawrence and St. Clair, but still doesn't matter. Still has a tremendous showing. You got Matt, which really is extremely talented, does his research, really pays attention to past results. Hallman and we're just kind of like in the middle there, just kind of flirting with the middle. But hey, guys, real fast though, we do have a fantasy fishing group. It's Open Pros Pick'em. Go join our group. We want to see if you can beat us. I don't know if you can, but come in and join us and let's have a good time. But let's go ahead and get this thing kicked off. Are y'all excited?
Are we going to celebrate? Are we going to celebrate who won last year?
No, I almost didn't do this because of what you did last year. It broke my spirit. It's been very difficult for me to get excited about fantasy fishing after what you did.
That's 2 years in a row.
Well, I was only part of it for one, so I'm only counting one.
Well, let's make him go first because the best thing he does is listen to all our picks and our reasons why.
That pisses me off so bad. Like, you do realize if I listen to y'all would have beaten me. But I don't listen to y'all at all.
I don't know. I feel like you listen to Pangrac some. I
don't think I picked anything he picked.
Well, yeah, because you thought they were on a different lake.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly. For 2 years in a row, and it's worked.
One. I've only done this for one. The year before, I don't know what happened.
That don't count for me. Hey, win's a win for me.
I agree. You've won 2 years in a row. Let's get it. So you pick first.
Yep. Pick first. Group A, St. Johns River.
Man, I really want to pick. I want to pick one guy. Golly, and I can't. Because I talked to Hallman and I was like, I've kind of learned this fantasy thing. Just don't be real stupid. Like, in my first pick isn't stupid, but it might be he's the lowest percentage guy on here.
Oh, gosh.
And I can't do it because of that. But I think he's going to do good. But I'm not going to pick him.
Who is it?
I really want to pick Austin Felix just because I know he can sight fish and he can do some things. He's kind of salty around Florida.
You should. He's got a new look and everything. Shit coming up here soon.
I wouldn't. Who knows? I'm gonna go ahead. Chris Johnston.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take on pick number 2, and I'm gonna tell you why. So we just came back from Florida. I had a very dismal finish. Both Hallman and Pangrac had a decent finish, and we dealt with a very, very severe cold front. Probably one of the most severe that I've ever seen in my time of fishing in Florida. But one thing that I looked at the weather for this coming week, and it is just as bad or worse this week. There are going to be 0 fish spawning at this particular event. I'm just going to be the first to tell you they will not be spawning at this event. And that means that 2 things are going to happen. That you're going to have guys that focus on live scope or forward-facing sonar, or you're going to have guys that play the shell bed game. If not, submerged vegetation as well. So I'm going Patrick Walters as being in this group. Very, very talented live scope angler. Last time they were at the St. Johns River, got a top 10. He's going to have another good event. I just see it happening. So, Pangrac, who do you got? Group A.
My notes for Group A say Patrick Walters, and then the 3 things were scope, cold front, shell.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I can't make that up. And literally, I also, on my phone, have the Palatka weather pulled up.
Oh, yeah.
So, well done.
Hallman, what you got?
Well, it's going to shock you, boys. I've got some notes here as well.
Oh, my gosh.
And mine says, cold weather, live scope, shell beds, and lives close to the area of the coast, which all equals Patrick Walters.
So, unequivocally picked Patrick Walters minus Todd. So,
Todd's job's easy. Just pick last. Let me go last all year.
But I wouldn't pick that. I still wouldn't pick any of that.
All right, Group B. Pangrac, how about you lead us off?
Oh, you're not going to make me go first? I'll go first.
No, it's fine. We'll let Pangrac
I didn't know anything about all that cold front stuff and everything. That don't matter.
What you got, Pangrac? Group B.
I'm going with the guy who's done well all around Florida, all in early seasons, a ton of different lakes, and that's Buddy Gross.
Oh, okay. I like that one. I like Buddy a lot in that one. What about you, Hallman?
I'm going with a guy that's very familiar with tidal river systems, around the spawn, the wacky worm. He catches them 24/7 for Osnick.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that one. That's a good one. Go ahead, Todd. Who you got?
Buddy Gross.
Buddy
See,
Gross.
I did like the Prosnick pick, but he's at 15%. But the Buddy Gross thing in Florida, I mean, he was just down there. I do realize he was just down there. He catches them all the time at Kissimmee and all that stuff. I mean, he's gonna go fish that grass the whole time.
So
I don't think St. John's has got grasses to go around, boys.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm really surprised nobody picked this particular person. Seeing that his track record in Florida, and he's coming off a bad event at the Open, and that just makes me think he's gonna catch him even more. And that's Brian Schmidt. I saw the 3 rods that he had rigged for this particular practice day. He posted on Facebook, and he's gonna do what he likes to do, and I think he's gonna have a good tournament. So, Brian Schmidt.
You don't think there's any grass?
I don't. I think all the hill grass is gone. I think it's grass barren. I think there's hardly any. I think they're either on cypress trees or shell beds.
That Prosnick pick's a good pick then.
And, you can't even discount Hackney because the last time they were there, Hackney did catch him off cypress trees. But I just couldn't help but pick Patrick Walters just from his experience at this particular body of water. Hallman, how about you lead off Group C, which I'm just going to go and tell everybody. Group C for me, was the hardest group to pick.
It was for me too because it's got John Cox in it. But just the weather alone made me pull away from John because that's really where his wheelhouse is. Not that he can't catch him in Florida and under any conditions and probably win a tournament under a hurricane. But I like Scott on this. He's more versatile. Scott Martin didn't have the year last year that I know that he wanted. I look for him to come out hungry and ready, and he's had nothing in front of him. So like he's not been fishing other tournaments. He's not been doing a lot of other stuff. I think he's focused on this year, and I think he starts it off right in Florida with top 10.
Yeah. How about you, Pangrac?
This was the easiest group for me. Let's start from 2011. 9th, 3rd, 8th, 14th, 28th, and 19th. I always remember he came off the water, I think, in 2012, and he goes, man, I love this place. And that was Keith Combs. And he also cranks a lot there. And he cranks shell bed. And he cranks offshore stuff.
Yeah.
Good pick.
It's funny you say that. I had Keith Combs as well. Keith, I was just looking off last year's results, and I know it's going to shape up to be a really consistent tournament for how it was last time too. The one thing they ended up having was a little bit warmer weather towards the end of that event last time, and it kicked a bunch of fish up on beds. They're just not going to have that this time. So that offshore game's definitely going to play a little bit more. What about you, Todd? Who you have Group C?
I'm on D right now. Brian New.
So you're going repeat champ.
Did he win there? I just picked him because I forgot. Did he? I don't remember.
Remember the lily pads? He was flipping down them. He was freaking out.
Oh yeah, he was catching them, huh? Yeah, Brian New, like what y'all are talking about, man. You go fish the opens like Brian New did that year on just stupid hard places, and he just kept on. Like we were all there. Like I just think when it gets hard, like y'all are talking me into this being a hard event. So I'm like, all right,
he's scrappy. Yeah, he's good.
Just scrappy enough and do like kind of do good. I just think that's who I'm picking now. Just guys that are scrap around and just make something happen. That's what I'm looking for right now.
All right, Group D. Todd, lead us off here.
God dang it, I'm still on D. I've been on D for a second. I don't know anything about that guy. Yeah, let's pick him though anyways. Daisuke.
Daisuke.
Yeah.
It's Daisuke Aoki, I think is the way you pronounce it.
Daisuke. I'm calling him Daisuke.
Okay.
I like that better. Sounds good. Rolls off my tongue good. You like it? Yeah. Good.
He'll probably win the Derby.
Yeah.
100%.
Pangrac, who you got?
I just was wishing that Todd picked Massa.
Oh gosh, no.
I didn't like the name didn't flow as well.
Cliff Prince all day, every day.
Yeah. I had Cliff Prince as well.
Dude, I love how I have no idea who I'm picking. And Matt's like, this is so easy, guys. I don't understand.
Well, 46%. I mean, it's not like that's not like an Einstein pick.
I know. No, it's just everything is like, this is easy. Easiest pick. Like all your picks are like.
There's actually two people in that group, if you look at it. And once again, kind of like the Keith Combs pick, Mark Menendez in that group is he loves that place. It's like one of his favorite places in the world. I think he's going to have a good tournament. But once again, I picked Cliff Prince because he does know all the shell beds without having, to just find them that week. He's going to know everywhere that they are already. And I think that's a huge advantage. I mean, we saw it this past week at Toho. So, I mean, if you knew where those were, you already kind of had some history on them, it made a huge difference. And we did not. So, Hallman, what did you have at Group D?
Cliff Prince.
Cliff Prince. Okay. So, let's move on to Group E. I'll lead off Group E. I went Bernie Schultz. Last time they were there, got a top 10. I don't know if he got a top 10, but he had a good finish. And I expect him to be able to fish through the cold fronts and know how to adjust better than some anglers that might not be as well experienced in that situation. So, yeah, Bernie Schultz. About you, Hallman?
This is going to be one that some of the guys don't know about. I'm going to go with Kenta Kamara. Kenta's been around a while. I think last year was his first year on the Elite Series, but we just fished an open with him. He caught him there. He did all the right stuff. I know he spent a lot of time around Sukup last week. Kenta spent a lot of time here in Oklahoma too. He's just got the thing down for finesse fishing, cold weather. I expect him to be out there on the shell beds around the current areas with his wacky worm and catching bass. So I think Kenta has a good week this week.
Pangrac?
I'm kind of stuck between two guys. Like Jesse Tacarante catches him really well in Florida, and he's from Florida. Like, I mean, if you look back, I mean, he has a possibility of coming in with a big bag. But yeah. I'm going to go with the forward-facing sonar and hope that Paul Mueller sees a couple. Plus, he's won there before, even though it had nothing to do with that. So I'm going to take positive vibes and.
I agree with that. I was stuck between Bernie and Paul Mueller as well. But
see, Paul's sketchy though, because he has a tendency to not come in with much or have a huge bag. So it's
yeah.
Last time we were here, I remember last year we did this exact show, and I talked about Rick Clunn and why everybody needed to pick Rick Clunn. And Rick Clunn, I want to say, is maybe in this. Yes. Is he in this one? Yeah.
He is.
And he finished dead last and zeroed. So risky pick, but Rick Clunn has won there as well. But I do think it'll be a little bit different conditions than when he absolutely destroyed them the time that he won. Todd, who do you got? Group E.
Yeah, I was between two guys. I mean, Justin Atkins is an obvious, like it's a pretty, I wouldn't say it's a safe bet. I mean, but he catches them everywhere. But I was with, like, I kind of know him too. And his name stood out, Kenta Kimura, as well for me, just because I kind of have a little knowledge of him. And like Hallman said, he's just, I don't know. I was kind of thinking the same thing. And for whatever reason, even after I told Hallman today, like, hey man, just kind of make some safe picks. I don't think I've made a safe pick in any of these yet. So
I think Kenta's a safe pick.
Well, either way, I think I'm either going to bomb this one, or I'm gonna, shoot, I might as well give Matt a chance. So I mean, you know.
So here,
I mean, he's worked so hard for this. You know, he's done all these notes. I mean, I feel bad kind of, but okay, yeah, Kenta. I'm going Kenta.
All right, let's go ahead and do our tiebreaker weights. This is one of my favorite parts of the show, is figuring out how we can break the tie. Todd, how about you lead us off with that tiebreaker weight?
Considering I bet you I couldn't come within 15 pounds of what won last year there. I'm going to take a guess that hold on. Tell me if I'm right, Matt. Did 71 pounds, was that close last year?
Yeah, it was fairly close. It was 74.
Oh, there you go. That's real close. That's amazing. I got 71.3.
No
Staying
way.
with it.
Get out of there. Get out of here.
What'd you pick?
You don't like
Matt?
71.3?
I picked 71 too.
Are you serious?
I swear.
What did I
can
pick
show you my
first? I don't want to
screen.
hear this. I don't want to hear it. I picked first.
I had 71.6, but I'm going to change it.
You did?
Dude, I'm glad this
Yes.
ain't the Price is Right, because I wouldn't get nothing.
I'm going to say 69, 4, 2.
I got 69. I got
69.42.
69.10.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Y'all, we just screwed that one up because y'all picked way too close to me, and I had no idea.
Oh,
Well,
It just sounded good.
if you base it off of last year, they took first place was 74, but second was 69.
Yeah, but y'all know I had no idea.
Well, yeah. But I do think this one's going to fish tougher. I think the bite is going to be tougher. But overall, guys, thank y'all so much for coming on. I hope y'all have all enjoyed the show. If you can, make sure y'all go follow Todd on YouTube, Hallman on YouTube, Matt, everywhere that Matt is, Bass Talk Live. Isn't it Bass Talk Live? Bass Talk Live? And you're running the
Yes.
show, right? What the heck? Oh my gosh. Y'all need to go check out Bass Talk Live with Matt Pangrac. The ultimate show out there. His podcast is amazing. What do you have, Todd?
I need one subscriber. Just one.
One?
I'm at 19,999.
1999.
Who wants to be 20? Who wants to be
I bet
20,000?
when we hit this video, it's gonna hit you 20,000. Guys, y'all go check out Todd and Hallman and Matt, everything they do. I appreciate y'all coming on, guys, and we'll see y'all on the next one.